Hey there guys, it's me, elmoviemaster. So we're now back at the movie room, and I'm going to be showing you guys all the stuff that I purchased from the month of January all the way to the month of March, today. And I had mentioned in another video that I'm no longer doing video hunting, meaning that I'm no longer going to stores to pick up stuff. I'll still be showcasing the stuff that I get, but I'm just not going to be going to the actual stores and filming, because it's just problematic and it's just not my kind of thing to do. It feels a little intrusive. I've gotten people telling me, don't film here. I've gotten other people interrupt my videos, and it's just, I don't like messing with that. So, but I still will be showing the stuff that I have. So, I have quite a neat stack. A lot of stuff from Dollar Tree. Or should I call it the $1.25 tree? Yeah, ever since they raised their prices, it's a little harder to buy their stuff because, I mean, it's easier to justify when you're buying movies at $1. But $1.25, especially crappy movies. Though I did get a pretty neat stack, though there was a lot that I left behind. Most of them were DVDs. There are some Blu-rays. So let's start. First one that I got is a movie from Wild Eye Entertainment. Looks terrible. Rage of the Mummy. Does anybody know about this movie? Yeah, this looks really bad. Wild Eye is a bit of a hit and miss. Sometimes you get amazing movies, and other times you just get trash. This is the same company that releases movies like Amityville Exorcism, They also are releasing an Amityville movie later this year. Amityville in Space. Yeah, Amityville in Space. But if anybody has seen Rage of the Mummy, let me know. The cover caught my attention. I have a couple of these trashy mummy movies. I have one called Day of the Mummy, War of the Mummy. I have a couple of these. So I'm not sure if they're related, but who knows. Oh my god, and the disc is moving. It'll be fine. Most of the time when the disc is moving, you think it's the worst, but they're actually okay. So next up is a Shudder exclusive. This one looks like it's actually going to be a good time. It's called The Night Shifter. Yeah, The Night Shifter. I have a few Shudder releases, and most of them are actually not that bad. There's been one or two that are not that great, and I've gotten rid of them. But this one doesn't look that bad. It says here, Stenio works the graveyard shift in the morgue of a vast, violent city. Each night he prepares the lifeless corpses for examination, but he's never alone, for Stenio can talk to the dead, and they talk back. But when the whispers of the dead reveal secrets of his own life, Stenio unleashes a curse that brings forth unimaginable danger and darkness. Yeah, The Night Shifter. If anybody has seen this at their Dollar Tree, or if they've seen it, let me know. Also, if you guys would like to see me review some of these Dollar Tree movies, let me know. I do plan to later on do a section, if time permits, for Dollar Tree movies, like reviewing them. So I'm recommending if they're good or not. I also picked up this movie. This one looks like it's bad. It's released by Screen Media. Screen Media is the company that is releasing the newest Jeepers Creepers movie. And they also released the previous one. And this movie is called Armstrong. Yeah, Armstrong. It looks bad. It looks bad, but I'm pretty sure this looks like one of those movies that you watch late at night, maybe with a group of friends. So yeah, it says, I can't read it, but it only says on the top, the tagline, "She must save him to save the world." That's a tagline. Yeah. But I can't read the synopsis because there's like a sticker, covering it. So, yeah, that's Armstrong. Okay. This one I had already seen before, and I saw it, I believe, on Tubi. And it was awful. But I picked it up only because I am going to review this movie. This movie has some unintentional comedy, and that's The Possession Experiment. Cover looks terrible. Terrible. From what I remember this movie, it was a guy who wanted to have himself possessed and do a webcam show showcasing himself getting possessed. I recall there's some parts that are just ridiculous, and the movie starts right away with this possession gone wrong, and this character here, who is only in the beginning, starts killing a bunch of people, and it's but then after that the movie just goes downhill. But I want to revisit it just to review it. and maybe later get rid of it. Who knows? So, The Possession Experiment. If you've seen it, let me know in the comment section down below. Also, if you enjoy these videos, please let me know in the comment section down below. And, you know, if you like them, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Here we have High Octane 10 Action Movies. I'm pretty sure all of these are trash. Who knows? We have quite a few here, 10 of them. And I'm going to read which ones they are. There's Treasure Raiders, Fast Track, The Hellbinders, Universal Squadrons. Not Universal Soldier, Universal Squadrons. That's your great value version. Distortion, which has a cover. I know you can't see it here, but it looks very reminiscent of Running Scared with Paul Walker. Reckon 2020. Payback with Costas Mandylor from the Saw movies. This Thing of Ours was like a mafia movie. Good Girl, Bad Girl. There's like an explosion in the background. And Mad Bad. So these are from Maverick. Maverick Entertainment has a lot of bad movies. Like, not even B movies. These are like Z grade. This is like bottom of the barrel. Some of them shot on video. Yeah. You can follow them on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. There you go. It's right here. 10 Octane Action Movies for $1.25. I mean, you can't beat that price. But then again, you get what you pay for. A Killer Next Door. The true story of John List. The quieter the street, the darker the secret. This looks like a Lifetime kind of movie. Released by Phase 4. There's a lot of like British movies released by Phase 4. Some of them are good. Most of them are pretty bad. That's a company that releases those Robert movies, which are atrocious. Next up, we have... What is this? I'm sorry, I'm just paying attention to the battery here, making sure that it's charged. Monster Party. This one doesn't look that bad. Has a slipcover. I'm a sucker for slipcovers. Says here, 3 small-time thieves specializing in home burglary pose as caretakers for a fancy dinner party, at the Malibu mansion of the extravagantly wealthy Dawson family. But their guests are actually a support group of recovering serial killers. When one of the addicts can't resist the urge to attack, this simple cash grab becomes an all-out battle for survival where no one is safe. Released by RLJE Entertainment. That's a company that releases a lot of these Nicolas Cage movies. Who knows? Maybe it might be good. Cover looks pretty interesting. Again, with a slipcover, you know. For $1.25. That's not bad. This one, I've heard a lot of good stuff about. It's been recommended to me several times. And I've seen it on other people's videos. I've just never come across it. And that is VFW. VFW. And I've seen clips of it on different like Facebook groups. So it says VFW is a pure, unadulterated... Can't see the rest because it's a sticker. But I'm pretty sure it's a good movie. I've heard nothing but good stuff about this. So it says here, these veterans are in for a fight of their lives. So it has Stephen Lang, who you may know from Don't Breathe and Avatar. William Sadler, who you may know from Hard to Kill. He was also in Tales from the Crypt, both the TV show and the movie. Not Bordello of Blood, but Demon Knight. And it has Fred Williamson, who you may know from Black Cobra, from also, of course, from Dusk Till Dawn, and several classic blaxploitation movies. So yeah, VFW, $1.25. And this one, I picked up because the slipcover looked really cool. And it has Rebecca Romijn, no longer Stamos, Rebecca Romijn, and Jerry O'Connell. So this actually looks pretty cool. It's called Panic. It has a nice slipcover. They actually have it all covered. And it's kind of holographic. Also released by RLJE Films. And it says here, from the author of My Best Friend's Exorcism. Sam's first day as a pizza delivery driver is not going according to plan. At the end of a long day and not enough tips, her last delivery turns out to be for a group of Satanists looking for someone to sacrifice. Oh shit. Now, in a fight for her life, Sam must fend off witches, evil spells, and demonic creatures, all while trying to keep her body and soul intact. Oh boy. Starring Haley Griffith from The Loudest Voice, never heard of it, Ruby Modine, Happy Death Day franchise, still haven't seen those movies, and Jerry O'Connell from Billions, and also from Sliders, and Rebecca Romaine from the X-Men franchise, and also from a movie called Femme Fatale. Pretty decent movie from the early 2000s. Satanic Panic will satisfy any viewer's need for monsters, mayhem, and jokes, says Robert Cicito. Birth, Movies, and Death. Looks okay. If anybody's seen it, let me know in the comment section down below. So, yep, that's that. That's the first baggie. Next bag. How much did I spend here? I spent... Because I also got some other stuff for the house. Some soap and some detergent and a coffee cake. $26.25. So, next one up is Cupid. This one I remember seeing at Walmart. And I was always tempted, but I couldn't get myself to pay $9.95 or $12 something that it was at the time. And I know it comes with a slipcover, but I only found this particular one without the slipcover. So it says, "Love is dead." Sure is. After being horrendously embarrassed by the mean girls at the school, Faye, a practicing witch, summons the evil Cupid to take revenge on all those within the school grounds. However, all turns real on Valentine's when Cupid does, in fact, rise. And he will stop at nothing until the walls are covered in blood. The students must figure out a way to stop Cupid and undo the spell before their hearts get broken. Very literally. So it will be a bloody Valentine this year. I missed my chance to watch this movie on Valentine's Day. So yeah, Cupid, this is released by, Uncorked Entertainment. So Uncorked is an interesting company. They have a lot of bad movies. There's a couple of also Amityville movies. I think Amityville Witches and Amityville Scarecrow, which came out this year, is also from Uncorked Entertainment. They also released these terrible, like, poltergeist movies. I think it's called Poltergeist Activity, that I also purchased. No, that was from Phase 4, my bad. But yeah, they released a lot of terrible movies. So, and actually might, if time permits, I might be ranking later on this year all the Amityville movies. 39 or 40 of them. I'm going to start watching them now, because it's going to take time, to watch these movies all the way until the month of October, when I decide to rank them in the month of Halloween. So, yeah, that was Cupid. Next one up is Pandemonium. Pandemonium. This panda means business. Yeah. The guys on level 6 like to work hard and party harder. That means the best champagne, finest drugs, and hottest women money can buy. Unfortunately for them, the strippers they've just hired have come with an unwanted guest, Jacob Hakushi, the infamous stripper ripper, with an oversized panda mask and a taste for exotic dancers. Jacob has these girls in his sights, and he'll stop at nothing to get what he wants. It's now strippers versus panda-headed serial killer as they fight to survive the office party from hell. Now that's a synopsis. I'm down for Pandemonium. Looks terrible, but this is released through 101 Films. Never heard of this company, and I've never heard of this cast. But if anyone has seen this, please let me know in the comment section down below. I'm always interested to see if these movies are worth the time. The last two come with a slipcover. I think that's the main reason why I picked them up. The Scientist. There's no cure for the undead. The Scientists. It says here, a leading-edge scientist risks all legal and moral boundaries as he struggles to care for his dying wife, who only has a few weeks left to live for her terminal illness. Steve Unger, a brilliant biochemist, leads the research of a potential breakthrough cure that regenerates cells faster than anything currently possible. Okay? When his research is deemed too dangerous and is stopped by his company, Steve goes rogue and embarks on a journey into madness, continuing the development of a cure to save his wife's life, not realizing that his dark obsession could lead to the extinction of all humanity. Wow. Released by ITN Distribution, which is another company that releases a lot of bad movies. They release a lot of those westerns, like Kill Calvary. There's a bunch of them. There's, I think, yeah, right now I can't remember. I have a few of them. I'm trying to see if I have any of them here. I don't. But they trust me, they release a lot of bad movies. Yeah, so. But hey, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's the most amazing movie of 2022. Probably not. Next one is Sacrilege. Her fear is just the beginning. Nice slipcover. Love the artwork. Love the colors. This one says, during celebrations for the summer solstice, you know how you pronounce it, 4 young women are offered up as sacrifice to a mysterious pagan goddess who has the ability to sense their greatest fears. Using this power against them, she turns their nightmares into a horrifying reality. Wow. This is released through Devil Works and Bad Blood. Never heard of it. And it's not rated. So yeah, Sacrilege. If you've heard of this, please let me know in the comment section down below. So those are all the Dollar Tree movies. I'm so tempted to say the $1.25 Tree. But yeah, next up are movies that I've gotten at Walmart, some that I got online. Actually, sorry, I have 2 more Dollar Tree movies here. One of them wasn't that bad. The other one is probably the worst movie that I've purchased at Dollar Tree. No lie. So the one that was okay was a movie called The Nearest Human Being. I picked this up thinking that it was kind of going to be like a Lifetime, you know, whodunit kind of movie. And it's not. It's actually not that bad. It's directed by Marco Coppola. I'm not sure if he's related to Francis Ford Coppola. But it's basically a story about a young guy who's has this really difficult relationship with this girl here. And they keep, you know, breaking up and getting back together. And he's trying to move on and meeting other people. But he keeps coming back to this girl. And it's a toxic relationship. So you do get upset at the characters because they're young and they make a lot of dumb choices. But I think that's what the movie is trying to do. These are people who are just trying to discover themselves. And the main character here, I forget his name, he's also here in the cover. This knife has nothing to do with the story. I don't know why this knife is here. He's like an inspiring actor. He's getting these little small gigs in theaters. And she's also this young girl who doesn't know herself yet. And not a bad movie. It could have been better, but it's actually well shot. It's a little indie movie. And this was released in 2015. And I think it didn't get a distribution until 2020 based on the description down here below. And it comes with a Blu-ray and a DVD. If you see this at Dollar Tree, pick it up. You know, for $1.25, it's not a bad movie. I wouldn't recommend watching this like if you're having going through a breakup or you're going through problems with your partner. So I wouldn't recommend. You have to be in the right mood, I suppose. So that was that one. And the next one's the worst movie I've seen. And I thought The Curse of Lily Ratchet was one of the worst movies I had ever seen. Because that one I had mentioned in one of my Dollar Tree videos that the acting in that one, I had seen better acting in pornos. No, this one is one of the worst. If you see this at Dollar Tree, run. Run, because it's awful. Dollface. This is pure garbage. Pure caca. So the story is, it starts off sort of okay with this young girl. I believe it's, her name is Alix Villaret. She plays a young girl who inherits this house filled with dolls. And the conditions for inheriting the house is that she must take care of them and she cannot look at the dolls in the eye. Yeah, okay, interesting, whatever. Then all of a sudden, the movie just stops. It just has this girl going and sleeping with the dolls, meeting people who fix the dolls, and she doesn't talk. Like, at first you hear like a narration and you think she's narrating the movie, but no, her thoughts are her voice, but her lips don't move. That was very, very strange. And it drags and drags and drags, and I forced myself to finish this. If you want to see a full review of it, sure, I'll do it. But don't buy this. If you see this, tell the people at Dollar Tree that they have to recall this movie or something, because it is really, really bad. Yeah, I wasted my time there with that movie, and it's released by Echo Bridge and SP Productions, which releases a lot of bad movies. So next movies up, most of them are stuff that I've gotten online and some at Walmart. So the first movie that I got online, and this is not a legit copy, because there isn't one yet, as far as I know. I got this from a seller on Facebook who does really good bootlegs. I don't like supporting them, but it's the only way I can own the movie, and that's the recent Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie. So if you're interested in buying it, I can leave it on the description down below where you can buy it. I know a lot of people don't like the idea of buying stuff like this, but I wanted to complete these movies, and I really doubt that Netflix will release this, because they rarely if ever release anything on physical media outside of Stranger Things. And knowing that most people didn't like this movie, like I did a review on it and I thought it was just okay. It's just very mediocre. It's not the best movie in the world, but apparently people hate this movie. Like, they say it's one of the worst things ever made. Have you not seen some of the other ones? Did you not see the one with Matthew McConaughey? Did you not see the one with the girl, what's her name? Texas Chainsaw 3D, with the girl, all of a sudden her friends are dead and she joins forces with Leatherface, telling him, do your thing, cuz. That one's worse. And the one that came out in 2017 is even worse. Apparently this is the worst thing ever. Everyone hates this movie. So yeah, the cover's really nice. You can he did a pretty decent job, because you can also flip it, meaning that you have, this cover or this cover, and it brings two cuts of the movie. It brings like a 70s style version. So it's like a drive-in cut, and it looks pretty cool. It makes it look like if it were, a sequel to the original movie taking place at that time. So, and I love the fact that he, also did the artwork here. This particular seller does also like edits, like fan edits of like the Halloween movies, like the Sandman cut. There's also the Loomis trilogy. He also combined all the Evil Dead movies into one movie. So, yeah, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2022. Also got Ghostbusters Afterlife, which I haven't seen yet, but I've heard is very, very good. I own all the other movies, so I got that. I also got this movie, The Heartbreak Killer, which I've already seen. This is released through a company called Gator Blade Films. They're a company here in Florida, in Tampa, and their movies are hilariously. They're made bad intentionally, but they're fun. And this is the story of a guy who can't get a date, and he's very nerdy, and it has a pretty decent twist for such a cheesy bad movie. So yeah, got that online. I also got this one online on eBay, The Last Duel, which I thought, in my opinion, was one of the best movies of last year. Amazing movie. It's unfortunate that not many people went to go see it. I think it's because of, what we've been going through. People are strong going to the movie theaters. Though a lot of people did go see, Spider-Man and whatnot, but it's also the demographic, because this is made for, older people in general, like, the crowd of 40 and up. So, but it's a little slow. However, it rewards you for paying attention. It's told in 3 points of view, and it does it very well. Not like a movie like Vantage Point. Vantage Point has so many different points of view, it annoys you. No, this has only about 3, and I liked every perspective of the story. So, yeah. The Last Duel. And the picture quality in the Blu-ray is really good. Let me see. I also have, I'm going to put this over here. I got this also at Dollar Tree, but I started watching a little bit of it, and I couldn't finish it, even though I love Bob Saget in Full House and America's Funniest Home Videos. I had never seen his stand-up, and I knew that it was raunchy, but it's not my cup of tea. And that's Bob Saget, That Ain't Right. This is from like 2007 or 2008, I believe. Yeah. I'm sure people will find it funny, but it's just not my type of humor. So, next I got some Amityville movies. One of them I got at Dollar Tree. The other two I got, one of them I got online, and the other one I got, no, I think, I'm a little confused now. Yeah, one of them I got at Walmart, the other one I got online, and the other one I got at Dollar Tree. So the one I got at Dollar Tree was Amityville Mountain Misery Road, and these are some of the recent ones. And the only reason I'm buying these is because I'm going to be possibly reviewing all of them in the month of Halloween, but I have to start watching them now because there's too many of them. So there's Amityville Mountain Misery Road. I got this at Dollar Tree for $1 right before they raised it to $1.25. And I got from Walmart Amityville Scarecrow. And online I got Amityville Clown House. So I'm pretty sure all these are terrible. One of them is released by ITN Distribution, and the other through Wild Eye. And Wild Eye released Amityville Exorcism, which I have seen. That one is garbage. The exorcism in that movie occurs because of a wooden plank. Anyway, I'll talk about that later. So, I got this one also online, and let's see, I got The Osterman Weekend, which is a Robert Ludlum adaptation. And this is a really good movie. It got a lot of bad reviews, but it's actually a very, very good movie. I remember seeing a Roger Ebert review, Gene Siskel and Roger Ebert review, and they said the movie was too convoluted, and it just didn't make sense, and I liked it. I liked it. It's a very good movie. It has Rutger Hauer in it. It's a 2-disc. I really recommend it. I got it for a pretty decent price on eBay. I also got this online. This is one of my favorite movies. I typically don't like double dipping. I have this movie on VHS, but I've played this VHS tape so many times that I think it's almost dying out. It's a Good Times SLP mode VHS tape, and it's of Buried Alive. And I finally got this on Blu-ray. I love this movie. This is directed by Frank Darabont. And if you've never seen it, and you like Frank Darabont's work, you know, The Green Mile, Shawshank Redemption, and the first season of The Walking Dead, which is the only season of The Walking Dead that I personally like, then you'll really like Buried Alive. I don't even want to tell you what it's about, because this movie is so good. This was made for TV, but it plays like a theatrical film. Recommended. It's released by Kino Lorber. So this one I had to pay the full price because I know that I'm not going to come across this in the wild. Very rarely will you come across something like this in the wild. The other one that I got, because I like the sequel to Buried Alive, but this one, unfortunately, it hasn't been released yet, and I've been waiting for so many years for them to release it on DVD and Blu-ray, and I don't think it ever will get a chance to be released. And there's a website where you can get on-demand discs. I'll leave it in the description where you can find it, and that's Buried Alive 2. This is a bootleg, and it's the only way I can watch this movie. And they did a pretty good transfer on it. You know, the cover looks bad, but the actual movie inside looks perfectly fine, and it picks up right where the other one left off, so I want to have them both. So I also got from that same studio, same Burning Company, a movie that I'm also never going to see on DVD, because I don't think anybody knows about this movie. It's called Hider in the House. So again, if you're interested in finding like rare movies that will never ever get a light of day on physical media, you can try picking them up. So I hate to resort to this, but it's the only way I can watch these movies. They're not even on streaming, you know, unless you join Amazon Prime. I'm not going to pay $139 for Amazon Prime. No, thank you. Next up is the other recent movie from Ridley Scott, The House of Gucci. You know, House of Gucci on DVD with a nice little slipcover. So I haven't seen this yet, but I've heard a lot of great stuff from the movie, and I love Ridley Scott's work. I also have here One Shot with Scott Adkins. Love Scott Adkins' work. This guy never disappoints. I mean, there's only one movie of his that I don't like, and you can find it at Dollar Tree. If you see it at Dollar Tree, don't pick this movie up. It's called No Surrender. Either Never Surrender or No Surrender. Not a good movie. This one, however, I don't know anything about it. All I know, it has Ryan Phillippe, Ashley Green Corey, and Scott Adkins. So if anybody knows about this movie, let me know. Got this at Walmart. I also got this at Walmart to complete my other movies in the Never Back Down series, Never Back Down Revolt. Never Back Down Revolt. And we're almost done here. We only have a few left here. I picked up this one and I already saw it a few nights ago. Escape from Death Block 13. I had fun with this movie. This is Robert Bronzy. This guy looks just like Charles Bronson. It's crazy how much he looks like him. And he actually acts like him a little bit too. And the story is basically Robert Bronzy, after the death of his brother, he's trying to get money to help the family. And he goes to a factory where he died, and they don't want anything to do with him or the family. So he ends up defending himself, and he ends up in jail. And now he has to escape from Death Block 13. Pretty entertaining movie, very cheesy. I think you can watch this also on Tubi if I'm not mistaken. So, and I might be in the future ranking all of Robert Bronzy's movies. So what else do we have here? I have a Western called The Last Shootout. His aim is unrivaled. I also picked up this movie at Walmart, and I only picked it up because of Frank Grillo. I love his movies. It's called Shattered. Comes in a nice little slipcover. If anybody knows about this movie, let me know in the comment section down below. It has John Malkovich and Frank Grillo. Those are two actors that I like. I don't know about the other two actors. So hopefully this is not a case of like a Bruce Willis movie where they're barely in the movie and they just show up front and center in the poster. Hopefully that's not the case. Next up, I got these movies from FullMoonDirect.com because I am going to be reviewing these movies later on this year, maybe in the month of Halloween. And I've heard these movies are terrible, but hey, you know, I do love my trash. So, and that's the Killjoy Movies. Got this from Full Moon Direct. So I got Killjoy, Killjoy 2, Killjoy 3, Killjoy Goes to Hell, and Killjoy Psycho Circus. So they come in pretty nice cases. I'm surprised they're very sturdy, because usually cases nowadays are very, very flimsy, and I hate those, and I have to end up throwing out that case and replacing it with my own cases, because I hate when I picking up a movie from my collection and just I feel like I'm going to break the disc. But I am going to be reviewing this, and I'm going to be ranking them later on. So, just so you know. And I also, because I ordered those, I got 2 free gifts from Full Moon Direct. I got Alien Arsenal, and Crips for free. I don't know how these movies are. You know, Full Moon's a bit of a hit and miss. I like the classic Full Moon movies like Puppet Master. I've seen part of Subspecies, but I haven't seen the other ones. They have a couple of good movies. Oh, and also Trancers. I started watching the first Trancers, and it's actually not that bad. So, oh, here's another Dollar Tree movie that I actually watched, and it wasn't bad at all. Savage Creatures. Cover looks crappy, but the movie itself isn't bad. It's like everything you could want in a movie. There's aliens, vampires, zombies, cannibals. It's very short and very entertaining for, you know, B-movie kind of deal. So, but the story here says 2 vampires realize their food source is in jeopardy when the alien creatures land on Earth, causing humans to become rabid zombies. They must battle cannibals, God-tutting nuns, aliens, and the undead if they want to save the world. I liked it. It's a pretty good movie, you know, for what it is. Yeah. I also picked up, again, because I'm going to be reviewing them later on, the recent Bruce Willis movie Deadlock and Apex. I'm going to be reviewing these later. I also got Planet Dune from the Asylum with a slipcover. Now they're doing slipcovers, so that's pretty cool. I got this from Dollar Tree because it was recommended to me by a friend, and it's called The Alpha Test. And he told me this is a pretty good movie, kind of in the same realm of Ex Machina. So we'll see how this one is. And the last one that I have is The Punisher. So I already owned this movie, but my disc stopped working. So I don't know if you check your copy of The Punisher, because there's a lot of movies from Lionsgate from the early days, from like 2006 to 2008, that are faulty. Especially if you take out the disc of your Lionsgate movies, and the bottom looks gold, not like this, but if it looks gold, check to see, because some of them are not working. It has to do with the plant where they were manufactured. So I had to replace it, and it comes in a nice slipcover. This you can find at Walmart. Walmart has a few movies re-released in these slipcovers, and I like them because they're very shiny. So those were all the movies I got from January to March. Quite a few. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Kind of long, but you know. Also, tomorrow, 8 a.m., stay tuned, because I'm going to be reacting to a Steven Seagal interview that I've never seen before. And I've seen plenty of them. But this one's a rather recent one. I think it occurred like 2 or 3 months ago. And he's being interviewed about Alec Baldwin and what occurred on the set. And I'm hoping he doesn't talk about, you know, Brandon Lee and the typical things he talks about. I hope he has some humility, which I know he doesn't have much of. Every now and then he'll say, I'm just a simple, humble country boy, which he's not. But anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up, and let me know if you've picked up any recent movies at Dollar Tree, or any of the ones that I mentioned you've seen. Let me know, and I'll be seeing you guys next time. Bye.